we are still hiring the illustrators then to develop, because like this is the thing, artificial intelligence goes into a certain point, but then if you want to change the angle slightly or something, it's like you need still the people right now.
Cześć, nazywam się Daniel Zieliński. Jestem założycielem i prowadzę spółkę QAbird. Świadczymy serwisy i consulting w obszarach quality assurance, big data, automatyzacja procesów. Dla kogo moje treści? Dla specjalistów IT, dla menadżerów, dla testerów i data inżynierów. Walor edukacyjny z solidną dawką humoru. Zapraszam. Hi everyone. Another episode with João Delicado. João, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me back again.
It's a pleasure. Always welcome.
Thank you.
Today, we will be talking about motion design.
Mm-hmm.
In the previous episode, we were actually talking about the LinkedIn and the content present there, focusing on the videos.
Mm-hmm.
But motion design, I will give an example because like you did a great job with our animation that we have on our website. I love the way the birds are flying, and this is actually resonating well with our brand, which stands for the data, for the togetherness, of course. New team members coming, the journey, the clients also joining as well.
And also, for example, like the thing of the flock of birds, that it almost moves like a data cloud. And that how data can correlate with each other, and they adapt and they change and they keep the distances, or they just like change the distances. And there is like this kind of whole thing composed by each little element that shapes the business and shapes like the decisions. And it's so flexible and it's like so like going, and it can never survive with only one element. It needs all these data, all these people to work well.
I must say, because I like my subjective opinion doesn't matter here, but I can
Me neither.
I can say that clients are actually saying that the website of the QAbird company really stands out from the crowd.
All right. Good to know.
So good job, João. This is kind of a cherry on the top. It's really amazing way to stand out. But not everybody like does that, especially here in Poland. Can you tell us if this is something that is like super crazy expensive?
Yeah.
If this is for medium-sized company, or this is like even for a startup maybe?
Yeah.
How to approach this?
Well, there are different ways to approach this. Before, I can tell that it was much more expensive than nowadays is. And probably there were things that the clients would think that would not be possible. And now they are, because now we are having the artificial intelligence coming in. So there is this huge discussion of like whether the artificial intelligence will take our places. I will not go that way, because I think that more and more the artificial intelligence should be seen as a tool to help us going to places that we couldn't go. So for example, I work in a wonderful company right now. I have my company, which is Empire Creative. They're in Portugal, and we had the opportunity to work together.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I work in an amazing company called Glimpse VFX, which is a very well settled, very comfortable in the market in Portugal, and we do works for, I don't know, from all over the world, all the markets. We are well done. But in this company where we work, we have a very cool approach. So we only count with specialists, first of all, because there are people that go on the generic side. We like to go like fast to the point, and one just does this and he's master of this, the other one is master of that. But with this thing of the artificial intelligence, it's a super powerful tool for us to just speed processes that before were very, very hard. So for example, if a client comes up to us and he wants a video with 3D, because this is our expertise of it's 3D and visual effects, so special effects that we can see in the movies, in the advertisings, in the series. So the artificial intelligence is now a very powerful key for us. For example, if we want to create some concept which the client is not very keen on, or he's not comfortable, or he didn't achieve some things, we love to help creative agencies, for example, or clients or directors on achieving like what could look like the thing.
So to create a kind of mock-up, right?
Kind of a mock-up, and usually like in a pre-production phase that will help to, okay, how could I visualize? So instead, for example, of spending a lot of hours with illustrators, like a lot of things. So usually it speeds up. We are still hiring the illustrators then to develop, because like this is the thing. Artificial intelligence goes into a certain point, but then if you want to change the angle slightly or something, it's that you need still the people right now.
Of course.
It's not meant that from 10 years or 5 years or 2 years the things will be different, because like what we are seeing now is that things that would probably take 6 months to develop, 2 months after there is already done. So the things are going so fast that actually even there we have like a department just to keep up, or trying to keep up these artificial intelligence. So you have like a department of artificial intelligence that is just like basically checking every day what are the best tools, is coming up. And it's crazy because every single day there's something new. So we've been doing like a lot of big advertisings and also TV series, and this helps not in our execution. It doesn't replace our team. It's sometimes helpful in achieving some things in the pre-production just. And it really helps on lowering prices, because before we needed to make a lot of things. We had to hire this and this and this, or we just needed a lot of hours. So now we can do it faster. And by faster, we need less resources as well. And we can make possible things that were not possible before. So, for example, there is one thing that is super interesting now. That is like the FOOH. Probably people already noticed. The FOOH is fake out of home format. And basically it's like you film things out in the street, for example. Imagine that you film big building, for example, in Warsaw, the Palace of Culture, for example. For sure, somebody made it already. Polish market is amazing in terms of visual effects and animation. Imagine that you have like a big product, for example, or like something really big, like on the Palace of Culture, that would be crazy to produce it physically.
Yes.
So suddenly you can modulate that in 3D. You can create like a super realistic that will really look like it was like a product that was made physically, huge. Usually like the size really matters in this case, like the things, like big things, like, oh my God, how did they make it? And suddenly the way you film, and this goes for the companies that are into video production, or also the clients of the firma, of the company. So basically you usually film it in a way that it looks realistic from the viewer point. So usually they use a lot of iPhone.
Like we are sitting right now in front of each other, right? But
yes.
Not like portrait or like the different.
Yes, usually it makes it look like you were in the street in that moment, and you were filming naturally with your iPhone or with your Android, whatever, with your mobile phone. And then suddenly these objects comes out. And then there is important to be some acting, because like if you would see something like in the Palace Culture, this thing, and like, oh my God, no, you need to act like, oh my God. And the people, maybe you hire some people in front of you in the shot. Yeah. So like, oh, and the people will look at it or point it.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much results it gets. It's amazing. Like we are counting the parameters of like success, and the people are making likes and shares. And the more they like and the more they share, the more relevant you are.
You don't know what will go viral.
You never know what's going to be viral. Yeah. There is no formula. But then suddenly the people are like, did you look like, were you there?
Yeah.
Like the people were like crazy. Then suddenly your brand starts to appear and starts going up. So this is a format that, definitely like the brands should right now start doing it before it gets so used that then it's not successful anymore. So this is the momentum.
Yeah.
So I would probably say like this year, not more this year or next 2 years. And even the companies need to go on the next level and be better and bolder, because then if they all will copy each other, then this won't work that much. So this is one example of motion design. Like, how can you make your company like do some things different, playful sometimes? You can do things in the real footage, or like in real life filmed
I like
movie,
it.
or yeah.
I like that you're actually combining both, right? So the expertise that you already got,
Yeah.
like as you were mentioning,
With advertising and creativity and creative director,
at
yeah.
Glimpse.
Yep.
And then how you use the newest trends in terms of AI, and that you have AI department that is actually following the trends. So it actually helps to speed up the projects.
Yeah.
And you are all the time in the top, let's say, place in terms of the
3D
animation and this video animations in Portugal. So that's super awesome.
Yeah.
Can you give some last, let's say, summary advices to our audience in terms of do you recommend to invest, and which areas maybe?
Yeah. So for example, like the motion design is super powerful when you want to tell a story and you want it to be more attractive, more visual attractive, or sometimes you can portray data or like explain something that could be boring. So this is the power of the motion design, because it makes the design not only on movement, but you can create expressiveness. You can be bold in what you want to do. You can be interesting. You can delay the moment that the people will contact with your information. So you can build up some like kind of like a build up, or like a surprise effect, or just like play with that thing. You can also give more expression and more interest to the logos. You can make tutorials. You can also use, for example, the letters and like to make it be better as a content, because in the internet or in the social media, sometimes it's good to think that the videos cannot have sound because the people are not in a moment that they can see the videos in sound. So instead of just putting the subtitles under like we see in the videos, it's much more interesting, for example, if you catch the keywords, or like make it like motion subtitles, which would be like around here, around there. You can actually like make an icon, and this icon stands in the retention of the message, because the people were looking at the video and suddenly, oh, there was coming in something here, or there was like a keyword here, and they will remember because it was surprising them when they were not expecting, or there was something that in terms of animation or movement was well done. Like, oh, I never thought that I could see this word in this way. It helps like building something special, and the people might remember well the message. Actually, I was making a study and in my post-graduation master in motion design, and I was then measuring like the retention rates, and they were higher, super much higher, when you had like subtitles and motion design working together with the video, because you are catching the people. They are sleeping, you're catching. Sleeping, you're catching. So it's a super powerful tool. You can go either 2D, you can go either 3D, you can even go into like in a much bigger powerful way with 3D, with visual effects, with something really out of this world. That's what we did with QAbird in the video, institutional video. We went like further away, and we wanted to just create something like big, like the dreams of the company. So it was making sense. So all in all, don't forget that there is the motion design. Don't forget there is the motion branding as well. It's super relevant nowadays with the digital way and the digital world. So it's super useful. So don't sleep on that.
Yes, explore this and ask questions in the comments if you would like to ask our guest João Delicado about anything that was said in the motion design. He would be happy to answer, and of course, don't forget to give us the like and subscribe our channel. Thank you very much. Molto Obrigado, João.
Obrigado. Obrigado.
I really appreciate the third time with us, third episode with you.
It was a pleasure to come back here. It's always good.
Thank you so much, and see you soon.
Thank you so much. And
bye-bye.
Yeah, and thank you so much. And bye-bye. And please feel welcome to just like reach me and like let's make your brand fly again and fly high. So always here. Thank you so much. Obrigado and dziękuję.